श्रीर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमावं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु भैवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखम करोति वातलं पंगुलं हैतगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानंद माधवं श्री गुरुदिनतरणं श्री चैतन्येश्वरम्। इंग्लिश इंग्लिश or Bangla? So today is very auspicious day, appearance day of Gadadhar Pandit. So Gadadhar Pandit is one of the Panchatattvas, the five. The Lord appeared in 5 forms. Gadadhar is one of those. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describing about Panchatattva in Adi Leela Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 7. पंचतत्व अवतीर्ण चैतन्यर संगे पंचतत्व लया करें संकीर्तन रंगे. That Mahaprabhu, he appeared along with Panchatattvas, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing this Sankirtan with great blissful mood, taking this Panchatattva. Panchatattva eka vastu nahi kichu bheda, rasa sadhyate tabo vividha viveda. The Panchatattva are one. There is no difference. But in order to release the rasas, mellows, they have taken different forms. Just like Radha and Krishna is one. Ekatmanavabe bhupira dehavedam gatauto. One Atma. But time immemorial they have 2 forms. Radha and Krishna they had appeared. Same Lord has appeared in 5 different forms. Just to release the mellows. पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्ण भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तस्तिकं. पंचतत्वात्मक. That Krishna is Panchatattvatmaka. He is the Atma of all these Panchatattvas. One Tattva. Then manifested in 5 Tattvas. What are the 5 Tattvas? Bhakta Rupa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Bhakta Rupa. He appeared accepting mood of a devotee. Bhakta Rupa. Then Swarupakam. Nityananda Prabhu, he is Swarup. Bhakta Rupam Swarupakam. Bhaktavataram. Advaita Acharya is avatar. Bhaktakhyam. Bhakta Shaktikam. Then Bhakta Rupe. Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So Gadadhar Pandit and Srivas Thakur, the Bhakta Shakti. They are Shakti Tattva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya will come. Look. You can open the curtain. Light will come. But internet will not be there. If I stop, internet will not be there.
Net is not working.
Net is not working.
Net is not working.
Then
Recording is going on.
Recording. You can carry on, Maharaj.
Recording is going on.
Recording is happening.
people can listen.
Later it will be.
After. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Vishnu Datta. So we offer tulsi leaves onto the lotus tree. But Gadadhar Srivas, we don't offer tulsi leaves because Gadadhar, he is Srimati Radharani. In Krishna Lila came as Gadadhar. And also Narad Muni appeared as Srivas Thakur. So we don't offer tulsi leaves there. So Mahapurush pastimes, Gadadhar has very prominent role. So Gadadhar is one personality who remained with Mahaprabhu from his childhood to the end of his pastimes. So very special. Gadadhar Pandit was very bosom friend of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, from his childhood. So Gadadhar Pandit, he was few years younger than Nimai Pandit, and his house was very close to Jagannath Mishra's house, and Gadadhar Pandit, the son of Madhava Mishra. Mahaprabhu's father name is Jagannath Mishra. Gadadhar Pandit's father name was Madhava Mishra. So they live very close to each other. Then they are very bosom friends. They will always stay together. But the interesting part was, though they are very bosom friends, very friendly to each other, but their nature was completely different. At least during childhood time, completely different means Gadadhar from his birth was very Shanta, very simple and very humble, very devotional minded, would like to stay in very solitary place. He had a nature like this. But his best friend Nimai was completely opposite nature. He was very chanchal, very fickle. And also he do, because Mahaprabhu, initial stage of his life, he was enjoying Vidyarasa. He's more into grammar, into logic, education, like that. Not so much into devotional things. He did not exhibit until he came back from Gaya. Up to that he was in the different rasa. He would do a lot of tarka, argument, which devotees are not so much interested with argument. Sometimes Nimai, devotees like Mukunda, they will see Nimai on the way. Then they take another path. They have no time to waste doing argument in tarka. So in this way, Gadadhar and Nimai are Gauranga. Though they are bosom friends, but their nature is completely different. So sometimes Gadadhar would avoid to stay with Nimai because of his talkative or very argumenting nature like that. So then what happened? The Nimai went to offer Pitru Shraddha to Gaya. So when he came back from there, then he was completely different personalities. Not many Vaishnavas went to see him, but many Navadvip Vasis went to see him because he completed this Tirthayatra. That time it was not so easy. So Sriman Pandit had gone. So Mahaprabhu was, Sriman Pandit saw Nimai is completely different personality. Always crying, feeling very separation from Krishna. So Mahaprabhu told, there's a long story been described in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Madhya Lila at the beginning of Chaitanya Bhagavat, detail. The point I am telling you, which is related to Gadadhar Pandit, is Mahaprabhu told to tell all Vaishnavas to come to Shuklambara Brahmachari's house. So I will tell the sufferings I am going through within my heart. Something by my heart I am revealed to Vaishnavas. So next all the Vaishnavas, they gathered in Shuklambara Brahmachari's house on the bank of Ganga. He has a small house in the courtyard. They gathered and they saw Nimai Pandit is coming. Completely transformed, different personalities. And as soon as Nimai Pandit saw all these devotees, he chanted one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam glorifying the devotees. And Ha Krishna, he caught a hold of the one pillar. The pillar broke and fell on the ground. So then when he came to consciousness, he's crying, all devotees are crying. Then Nimai could hear somebody is crying inside the room also. So Nimai asked, who is crying inside? And they said, that is your friend Gadadhar. So Gadadhar came in advance and hiding inside the room, thinking what Nimai will speak. So when Gadadhar saw, without hearing anything, he was seeing the Nimai situation, all crying, and Gadadhar inside he was crying also. Then Nimai went inside and found Gadadhar putting his head down, crying and crying and crying. This is the inaugural ceremony of Sankirtan movement, the movement of crying, which was initiated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the bank of Ganga in Navadip, in the house of a beggar. Simple brahmachari, Shuklambara Brahmachari used to live and begging from house to house. So Mahaprabhu chose to reveal the whole world the best wealth, the house of a beggar. So that is about Gadadhar Pandit. Then when Mahaprabhu came back from Gaya, so Satyamata was very happy that my son has come back. But his behavior was completely different. Because he feeling so much intense separation from Krishna. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu would not sleep night time, always feel separation from Krishna, Ha Krishna, kahan jabo, kahan pabo, Murali Vadan. Sometimes he run very fast. Sometimes he bite his teeth. Sometimes he take his hair and tie his feet. All these kinds of things by seeing. Satyamata is very, very scared. So one day Gadadhar Pandit came and Nimai is feeling very much intense, acute separation from Krishna. Oh, please tell me, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Then Gadadhar, just to pacify him, he said, oh Nimai, don't be worried. Krishna is there within our heart. Why do you feel so much separation? He is within our heart. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, oh really? He is within my heart. I want to see. And see that Krishna feeling so much separation. Then he started to scratch his chest. Then Gadadhar got hold of his hand. Gadadhar was trying to pacify Nimai. But he realized he is more trouble now. Then Gadadhar Pandit said, oh Nimai, wait a minute. Oh, Krishna has gone for grazing cow. Very soon he will come back. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu became normal. So Satyamata was watching all these things, what is happening. And Satyamata came and said, oh Gadadhar, you are a small boy, but you are so expert. I face so hard time to handle this Nimai. But so easily you could pacify him. So from today, you should always stay with Nimai. Never leave Nimai. So His Holiness Gauranga Maharaj Swami Maharaj is making a point that in Krishna Lila, all the Gurujanas, the senior elderly people, they are restricting Radharani. Don't go to Krishna. stay away from Krishna. The whole Vrindavan was in this mood that Radharani should not go to Krishna. But Gaur Lila, what happened? In Krishna Lila, Radharani is feeling also intense separation from Krishna. She was restricted to meet Krishna. She has to overcome so many hindrances to meet Krishna. So Radharani was thinking, oh, why I took birth as a girl? We should see all the cowherd boys whole day spending time with Krishna. We should think why I took birth as a girl. If I took birth as a boy, I would spend whole day with Krishna. So that reason Radharani came as a Gadadhar. So the same Radharani who was restricted by her senior personalities, now those same senior personalities like Sachimata telling, requesting Radharani in the form of Gadadhar, please, please stay with Nimai, stay with Krishna always. That's very interesting part. So Gadadhar has a very special pastimes here in Navadvip. That was with Pundarik Vidyanidhi. It's a Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He has a house in Chattagram, Chittagong, and he has a house in Navadvip also. Very rich persons, big rich person and great devotee. And Mahaprabhu would address him as Bapa. Bapa means father. He is the incarnation of Vrishabhanu king. So Mahaprabhu was in the mood of Radharani. So he would address him like my father. So once this Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he came to Navadvip. So that time Mukunda, also very well known to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So Mukunda knows Gadadhar is very fond of meeting the sadhus, Vaishnavas. So Mukunda approached Gadadhar that one very great sadhu has come, Vaishnava has come. You like to meet Vaishnavas? Please come, I will arrange for you. You can meet this great Vaishnava. Then accompanying Mukunda, Gadadhar went to meet Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Then when he went to see Pundarik Vidyanidhi, because he is very rich Zamindar family, so very opulent lifestyle. So sitting on a nice, very expensive bed, wearing silk cloth, and he has his hair, was put very nice scented oil, and two ladies are fanning him. There's nice chandelier in his house, and there's nice spit on his chin, betel nut, there's nice spitting there's a pot for spitting into it. The whole thing when Gadadhar saw, for Gadadhar is very udasin, very indifferent to this materialistic way of life. It's very renounced lifestyle he has maintained. And when he saw Pundarik Vidyanidhi, then he's thinking, it's wow, what kind of Vaishnava is he? How can he maintain life like this? It's a very materialistic life. And Gadadhar is thinking, after hearing from Mukunda, I had some bhakti for devotion to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. But after seeing him, whatever devotion I had, by hearing his glories, now everything is gone. So Gadadhar did not feel so comfortable to see Pundarik Vidyanidhi. But this Mukunda, he could realize by seeing Pundarik Vidyanidhi, by seeing Gadadhar's face, Mukunda could realize that Gadadhar is not happy. Mukunda could understand because Gadadhar is not happy to see the opulence of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Mukunda could realize that. But Mukunda knows Pundarik Vidyanidhi is a great devotee, Vaishnava. But Gadadhar is not recognizing that by seeing this, his opulence. So Mukunda wanted to reveal the real Swarup of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. so that the Gadadhar can see who he is in real form, his real form. So Gadadhar, Mukunda, who is very famous for chanting, singing, he chanted very melodiously one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Aho Bhakkiyayam Sthana Kalakutam. That verse, Sukadeva Goswami is describing that sister of Bakasura, who is known as Bhakki, or is known as, she is known as Putana, Aho Bhakkiyayam Sthana Kalakutam, being sent by Kansa. She came to kill Krishna by smearing very venomous, poisonous, very poison, powerful poison on her breast. In the pretext of feeding milk, she wanted to kill Krishna. But Sukadeva Goswami is saying, just see how merciful is Krishna. That Krishna killed her, but same time Krishna sent her to spiritual world and gave her a position of mother. So when Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam recited by Mukunda, immediately he got so much bhava, ecstasy, he could not control himself. He got up from his bed and chanting, jumping up and down, and he got so much ecstasy, he could not control himself. All the paraphernalia in the house was throwing all over the place. He was tearing his cloth, breaking the chandeliers, whole house was doing like this. Within few moments, the whole house, everything completely smashed. When Gadadhar saw this, surprised, the symptoms Pundarik Vidyanidhi manifested, the symptom of all ecstasy, pure devotee ecstasy. He could see that by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, the different transformations took to the mood of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Gadadhar was surprised. Not only was surprised, he felt very guilty also. Because he had developed a wrong impression about Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He was thinking he is a materialistic person, Visai, but actually he is a great Vaishnava. So he realized this great offense, what to do? How can I become free from this offense? So one way he understood, one way if I take initiation, I become his disciple, then I become free from offense. Because the Guru never takes the offense of disciple. Guru is so merciful. The Shastra says, Krishna rushta hale Guru rakhibare pare. Guru rushta hale Krishna rakhibare nare. If Krishna become angry, Guru can give protection. And if a Guru becomes angry, Krishna cannot give protection. So realizing this, understanding this, Guru normally never become angry upon his disciple, understanding that if I become angry, then where he will go? He has no hope in his life. So sometimes that's a Guru always told. That does not mean, okay, Guru tolerate, we disciples always commit offense or make Guru angry, do mistakes, things like that. No. But from Guru's point of view, they always excuse disciples. So this understanding Gadadhar thought that I should take initiation from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Then when he told to Mukunda, Mukunda is very happy. And they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was very happy, he was so fortunate. He will get Pundarik Vidyanidhi as a spiritual master, take initiation. Then Mukunda went and Mukunda described everything about Gadadhar to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Then Mukunda mentioned to Pundarik Vidyanidhi that Gadadhar has developed a desire to become a disciple, to take initiation from you. So by hearing this, Pundarik Vidyanidhi is so happy, so jubilant. Oh Bhagya, I am so fortunate. I will get Gadadhar as my disciple. Usually disciple feels very fortunate to get bona fide Guru. Now Guru feeling this blessed to get a bona fide disciple. So that's why scripture describes that Guru very rare to find. Real bona fide spiritual master very rare to find. But still if you search you may get bona fide spiritual master. But to get bona fide disciple is more difficult than getting the bona fide spiritual master. We are all becoming thousands of disciples coming forward. But how many of us are real disciples? The disciples gives pleasure to Guru, that Guru feels my life is successful. I am so fortunate. I get disciple like this. So Gadadhar Pandit was personality like that. Even if his Guru felt that I am blessed, I am so fortunate to have a disciple like this. So Gadadhar Pandit is exemplary for everybody, that how a disciple should be. That also Guru feels fortunate to have a disciple like that. Then Gadadhar Pandit, on specific tithi, took initiation from Pundak Vidyanagar. That nice pastime took place in Navadvip. In due course of time, then Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement, which inaugurated in Navadvip, took big shape. Thousands of devotees came and joined, and he took this Harinam Sankirtan at a very high level. At that time, Navadvip situation was different. It was ruled by Muslim Mohammedan people, so they are not happy with Mahaprabhu. More than Mohammedans, Hindus are not happy also. Not only Hindu, Brahmanas are not happy. They are all criticizing Mahaprabhu because he inaugurated Sankirtan movement. Why chanting loudly Harinam? To chant loudly Harinam, Nam become important. So all kinds of misconceptions they had. So they were not respectable to Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So how to deliver them? Mahaprabhu said, thinking, I came to deliver these people. But now they are criticizing me, they will go to hell. So that he decided, I will take sannyas. So Mahaprabhu, he decided to take sannyas. So that at that time sannyasis were respected. So with the understanding that I am a sannyas, at least people will respect me, that way they will be benefited. So he went to take sannyas from Keshav Bharati in Katwa. Then Mahaprabhu was planning to go to Vrindavan. Then he was strict to come back to Navadvip in Shantipur. Then Satyamata met Mahaprabhu there. Satyamata requested, if you want to go, then go to Puri. Don't go to Vrindavan, it's too far. Puri nearby, 2 rooms of a house. So I can sometimes get the message about you. So to keep the words of his mother, Sachi Mata, so Mahaprabhu, after his sannyasi, went to Puri and 4 people accompanied him. I think Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, and Mukunda. Mukunda and Gadadhar, sorry. Mukunda and Gadadhar. Mukunda and Gadadhar. So Gadadhar Pandit was one of them who accompanied Mahaprabhu. So reaching at Jagannath Puri, so Gadadhar Pandit never entered into Grihastha life. No, he remained unmarried. And yes, there is a place called Jameshwar Tota. Jameshwar Mahadev is there. A small forest was there, woods were there. And there Gadadhar Pandit used to stay there and do his bhajan. And Mahaprabhu every day, after taking darshan of Jagannath, he would go to Gadadhar Pandit to listen Srimad Bhagavatam. And every day when Mahaprabhu goes to listen Srimad Bhagavatam, Gadadhar Pandit would ask, Mahaprabhu, which subject from Bhagavatam you would like to hear? And every day Mahaprabhu would go and tell him, please You describe me about Dhruva and Prahlad. Dhruva Prahlad Charitra was very favorite topic of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Used to go and hear. And Gadadhar Pandit was such an eloquent reciter, speaker of Bhagavatam, and he would enjoy so much. Srila Jayapati Guru Maharaj was telling at one point when Srinivas Acharya went to Puri to hear Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit, then he said, I can't read Bhagavatam because when reading Bhagavatam, Gadadhar Pandit would cry and cry with tears. All the letters on the book was erased. So that is the way how he used to speak and enjoy Srimad Bhagavatam, Gadadhar Pandit. So one day, Mahaprabhu wanted to take darshan of Jagannath, but when Mahaprabhu goes to take darshan of Jagannath, he doesn't take darshan of Jagannath form. As we see, Jagannath would appear him as Shama Sundar. So he saw the Shama Sundar form, but next to him, he saw Baladeva and Subhadra. So he is feeling very much, he is thinking that Krishna is not in Vrindavan, he is in Dwaraka. Because Subhadra was not in Vrindavan. So in this way, Mahaprabhu was feeling separation from Krishna, as if Krishna is not in Vrindavan. The mood of Radharani. He came, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He was searching for Krishna. Then he started to dig the ground by his hand, digging to search for Krishna. So when he was digging the ground, then he found something. Then he called, Gadadhar, Gadadhar, come here, come here. I have a very great jewel for you. If I give you, you want this? And Gadadhar came. Then they found that was the top of the deity, the Gopinath deity that is being worshipped now, which is known as Tota Gopinath. Tota Gopinath deity. Tota means small forest in Oriya language, because it appeared in small forest. It's called Tota Gopinath. So that Jameshwar Tota, Jameshwar Mahadev is there. Very ancient temple out of 5 Mahadev. Jameshwar is one of them. So Tota Gopinath. Then both Gadadhar Pandit and Mahaprabhu, they tried to move the dots from the ground. Then they found beautiful deity of Gopinath appeared. Then Gadadhar Pandit worshipped that deity. Mahaprabhu visited him. And there is another description also how Nityananda Prabhu, he visited from Bengal. He came to Tota Gopinath. Nityananda Prabhu accompanied Mahaprabhu when he took sannyas. Mahaprabhu sent him back to Bengal to preach in Bengal. So he said, you stay there. But Nityananda would not listen. He said, time to time he would come visit Puri also to see Mahaprabhu. So one time Nityananda Prabhu came from Bengal, reached Tota Gopinath, met Gadadhar Pandit, and he had brought very beautiful cloth for the deity and very nice rice from Bengal. So Nityananda Prabhu told, please you cook this rice and offer to Gopinath. And Gadadhar Pandit dressed Gopinath that cloth. And special rice had brought. Where did you brought this rice? Looks like brought it from Vaikuntha. Then Gadadhar Pandit he cooked that rice. Then he just plucked some wild spinach from the garden, backyard. He prepared some spinach. Then he collected some tamarind, tamarind leaves and some salty water from the ocean. Then he prepared on chutney out of it, on preparation. So nice, many nice preparation he prepared. He offered to Gopinath, and they did not inform to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after offering to Gopinath, so they prepared their plates to take prasad. At that time, just that time, Mahaprabhu appeared. Oh Gadadhar, what is happening? This beautiful rice been brought from Bengal by Nityananda, food cooked by Gadadhar and offered to Gopinath, and I have no share. And you forget about me. So they are very happy that Mahaprabhu has come on time for prasadam. So then Gadadhar Pandit, he served Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prasadam. So in this way there are some many sweet pastimes. And when Gadadhar Pandit saw that Mahaprabhu sending back one after another everybody back to Bengal, like Nityananda Prabhu also back to Bengal, then Gadadhar Pandit thought, he may send me back to Bengal also. So Gadadhar never liked to stay separately from Nimai. Now he is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. From childhood, he is like half of his body always staying with him. So but he got scared. He thought maybe one after another Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sending them back to Bengal. He may send me back to Bengal. Then he said, Mahaprabhu, I am to Kshetra Sannyas. Kshetra Sannyas means if you take Kshetra Sannyas, that means in your whole life, you can never go out of Kshetra, Sri Kshetra, Puri Kshetra. So he did this because he will not have to go to Bengal. So Mahaprabhu said, very good idea. You take Kshetra Sannyas. Then Gadadhar Pandit took Kshetra Sannyas. Then what happened? Then when Mahaprabhu later on wanted to go to Vrindavan, then Gadadhar said, Mahaprabhu, I want to go with you, I am always with you. Mahaprabhu said, no, you took Kshetra Sannyas, you have to go with me. These are what Kshetra Sannyas, wherever you are, that is Kshetra. I will go with you. Then Mahaprabhu said, no, you can't go, you have to take care of Gopinath, you can't go. Then Mahaprabhu started to go, to Gadadhar would not listen. He would go other way. He would go, okay, I will not go with you. I said, no, you can't come with me. No, I will not go with you, I will go separately. Then Mahaprabhu went, he went other way. He caught up, there is a place they have to cross the river. So both parties came together. Mahaprabhu said, what are you doing here? I will go with you. Then Mahaprabhu preached him, no, you stay here. So with great heavy heart, he was broken hearted. So Gadadhar managed to stay behind. He could not accompany Mahaprabhu to go to Vrindavan, stayed behind. In the course of time, Mahaprabhu left the planet. Great Vaishnava like Haridas Thakur, who knew Mahaprabhu left the planet, understanding the Haridas Thakur left the planet before Mahaprabhu left the planet. Regarding Mahaprabhu's disappearance, there are all kinds of things been spoken. Some people say Mahaprabhu entered Jagannath temple, merged into Jagannath deity. Some say Mahaprabhu entered into ocean, did not come back. Some say there is a heavy kirtan going on in Gambhira, Mahaprabhu disappeared. But nothing is written in scriptures. But one thing is written in the scripture, that is where Narahari Thakur, Bhakti Ratnakar, where he has mentioned Bhakti Ratnakar, that Mahaprabhu entered into the deity of Gopinath, Tota Gopinath. He entered, merged into the deity of Tota Gopinath. That verse is there. And today when you go to take darshan, if you go during Archana time, give some dakshina, the Pujari, they'll take out the cloth and on the thigh they'll show the thigh. The thigh of Gopinath, there's a crack. And they say that Mahaprabhu entered through this crack into the body of Gopinath. And when during my childhood time, Puri is my birthplace, when I was not childhood, when I was studying in college maybe, I had to visit that temple. So that there is one very senior personality who stayed last 50 years he was staying there, old man. So he told me that when Mahaprabhu came, entered the exact spot that where Mahaprabhu disappeared, that just at the entrance, Mahaprabhu entered into the body of the deity, but he left his cloth there. Cloth did not enter. Mahaprabhu entered, cloth remained there. Then they took that cloth and they put into samadhi. Many years before, now we see that Nat Mandir was not there. There is a courtyard, open courtyard. Later on, that Nat Mandir was built. In that courtyard, there is a tomb there. Tomb. Under the tomb, they put the cloth of Mahaprabhu. Then they put a tomb. On the top of the tomb, they put the lotus feet of Radharani. The tomb is not there because they raised the courtyard, build a Nat Mandir there. But still, when you enter to the Nat Mandir, left side, if you go, you will see that lotus footprint of Radharani is there. Now you can touch, put on your head. So that is the story. The last story is like this. The deity Tota Gopinath was standing, was more taller. Now if you go, you can see, become short, like a sitting posture like that. So they say either Gadadhar Pandit or Jhadu or Mamu Thakur, one of these two personalities. There is a little bit contradiction. That the Pujari, either Gadadhar Pandit or Jhadu Thakur, who was doing puja, bent down. We see in Orissa also many people, very senior people, they completely bent down. They are so old. Or some people they say because when Mahaprabhu left, Gadadhar was feeling so much separation, even if young age he became very old. He was junior to Mahaprabhu, means Mahaprabhu left the planet 48 years, right? That means he could be like 45. So people they argue, how can if he such a young time he can bend his back? But some people they say, because of separation from Mahaprabhu in the young age he become old. So whether Gadadhar Pandit or Mamu Thakur, Mamu Thakur, who was Pujari, become bent, then he was not able to stand up properly, and the deity was very high to put chandan and mala. That night the Pujari is thinking that tomorrow I must arrange one Pujari, hire one Pujari to do puja to Gopinath, because I cannot stand up to dress properly, put garland and chandan. That night Gopinath appeared in his dream. No, I am to take seva only from your hand. Then he said, but I can stand up. I bent down, I can stand, I can reach you to put chandan and garland. Then Gopinath said, if you can't reach me, then I will sit down so that you can reach me, I become smaller, you can decorate me. So next morning it was found the date has reduced. So there is a saying like this also. So in this way we can see the Gadadhar Pandit, his personality so important, with Radharani, came as Gadadhar Pandit, and from childhood up to the end of Mahaprabhu's life, Gadadhar was his companion, his associate, his best Bhagavad speaker. After Mahaprabhu left the planet, when Srinivas Acharya was looking, went there, they could not find, then came back to Bengal, then Bengal somebody was searching, he had left body, then went to Puri, then he was trying to listen Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. So the Gadadhar Pandit said, no, I can't read, I can't, there's no script, no letters, because when Chant Singh, when he said Bhagavatam, so much tears comes from his eyes, that all letters are erased. So today is auspicious appearance day of Gadadhar Pandit. So it is very good to listen and speak on Gadadhar Pandit. So what is your name, Prabhuji?
Nitai Chandra Nimai.
Nitai Chandra Nimai Prabhu, our youth preacher. I am very grateful to Nitai Chandra Nimai Prabhu. So because of him I got some opportunity to describe and remember the glories of Gadadhar Pandit. Otherwise this chance would not come. So I am very thankful to Nitai Chandra Nimai Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you all the audience for giving the precious time. On this today, on this auspicious day, we pray Gadadhar Pandit to bless us, that we can develop attachment. And Gadadhar Pranadhan, Mahaprabhu is so dear to him. We can develop attachment to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Gadadhar Pandit has developed his attachment onto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Gadadhar Pandit ki, Gadadhar Pandit appearance day celebration ki, Gaur Premanande.
Maharaj, one question has come. One person is asking that in ISKCON, Gadadhar is not so much emphasized as like Nityananda Prabhu. So is there any specific reason for that?
No, Nityananda is Balaram. Balaram plus mercy. So he came to distribute mercy. That's why he took a very bigger role. He's reaching out to the people.
Yes.
The Gadadhar stayed in the side. No. Nityananda has very major role, for distributing love of Godhead. So that's why he's become more prominent. Brother and Srivas Thakur. Could be some other reason, I don't know. I know this much. Hare Krishna.
Bhakti Prastatham Swami Maharaj ki.
I'm extremely hungry.